Commanders fans, I don't even know where to start, but shout out to my guy Brandon. Had a great time at the game, even though it was an awful game, a blowout. I still had a good time. I still had a fun time at the game. I enjoyed myself. I got these pins, and I got a free T-shirt as well for getting a Pepsi. It was Fan Appreciation Day. Now I know that if you're at the game, they did like a game thing, and it was like where you have to listen to the song and figure it out and name the song that they play. They actually picked a Dolphins fan to come down on there, and they put a jersey on the Dolphins, on the kid that had a Dolphins jersey on. A lot of people were mad about that. That doesn't really matter, but it was just hilarious. The Dolphins fans, they took over the stadium. They really did. They dominated the stadium. It was a home game for the Dolphins fans. They were chanting, "Let's go Dolphins" and stuff like that. Of course, I wasn't surprised at all, but it is unfortunate. It is. Bieniemy, I see why the reports are that players are not turning on him, but they're not. They're kind of like they want him to have less power. He's just not the guy, man. He's not the guy, and not all of it's his fault. But once again, he did a 3rd and 1 shotgun run where the game was basically over, but in our own territory, we ended up punting the balls 38-15. But still, just stuff like that is just inexcusable. Not getting Terry McLaurin the football is inexcusable. Not even getting him a screen pass or a slant. Like every other receiver in the league, they get easy targets. They get slants, digs, dig routes, curl routes, anything simple. Like all the routes that I saw Terry running were long developing routes. He was always on the outside. I barely saw him line up in the slot. Him against Jalen Ramsey, him against Xavier Howard. He didn't make things easy for Terry McLaurin at all. He really didn't move him around at all. I didn't see any creativity for Terry McLaurin at all. And I get it, Terry. If he's supposed to be a top 10 receiver, he's got to make plays and get himself open, create separation, all that. But a lot of times you got to manufacture touches for your guys, and I'm just not seeing that from Eric Bieniemy at all for Terry McLaurin. And Terry McLaurin, in his interview, he said he ran a lot of cardio today, and he did. And I think that's a shot at Bieniemy too. I really do. I think some of that is a dig at Bieniemy as well. And the reports about them not endorsing him to be a head coach next year, I see why. The defense is trash. We already know this. The first drive of the game? It's 3rd and 12, 3rd and 8. Tyreek Hill gets a wide open touchdown catch. Like nobody even near him. Nobody in the vicinity of Tyreek Hill. He's wide open. Quan Martin, one-on-one. Why would you put Quan Martin one-on-one against Tyreek Hill with no help at all? And Ron Rivera's the one calling the plays. And then the report before the game is that Christian Garcia, the new defensive backs coach, is supposed to be game planning. He's 29 years old. He's the one coming up with a game plan, and that's ridiculous. Of course he's going to come up with a game plan, but Ron Rivera saying he's the one coming up with the defensive game plan, setting them up first game against Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Tua Tagovailoa, and Raheem Mostert, or Devin Achane. Like, that's what you do, have an empty set, basically an empty backfield, or empty no safety help over the top, and you're going to have Quan Martin one-on-one against Tyreek Hill. Then Tyreek Hill, once again, has to adjust on the second touchdown wide open on Kendall Fuller. Again, like, we know we're playing against Tyreek Hill. Nothing cheap, nothing deep, and we give up something deep. 2 easy touchdown catches for Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had, 150 yards very early. I hear that the fire alarm is going off at FedEx. So once again, we have something else going on with FedEx Field after the game. We know the showers, the hot water wasn't working last time against the Giants. Now a fire alarm's going off. So, I mean, Sam, and he's trying, man. The pick 6 was bad. The screen, like, they knew it was coming. The screen pick 6, like, the number 43, the linebacker, he read the play the whole way. So I don't know if that's on Sam making a play or just Bieniemy, the play calling. They just read it real quick and just saw what was coming. Easy pick 6. So I don't know who to place the blame on there. 45-15, they put the backup quarterback Mike White in. It was so bad to the point where Jacoby Brissett got in at the end of the game. They kept sacking Sam. Now, Sam on the touchdown run, that was a really nice run by him. I love the effort. I love the grit. I love the toughness from Sam Howell. And that's just one thing you can't teach that Sam really has, man. He has that grit and that toughness for sure. So that was a nice touchdown run by him. Then he had the quarterback dive in there. Curtis Samuel made a nice catch. Jahan Dotson had a nice catch on the sideline for a first down. Sam Howell, a lot of the times he had to, make plays, get out of the pocket, and find guys on the sideline. Those were really the only successful throwing plays that we had. Also, the pass to Antonio Gibson on the sideline where Sam Howell moved out of the pocket, that was a nice play as well. Sam Howell sacked on second. Joey Slye missed the kick. We're not surprised with that. 53-yard kick. It's not easy in the fog. It was a very, very foggy day for sure, weather-wise. But, of course, Tua could see. He didn't have a problem. Raheem Mostert had a touchdown. Saw that. Sam Howell, nice pass to Antonio Gibson. Sam Howell throws it into triple coverage, but he makes up for it on the next play and runs in for a touchdown after that. Yeah, I mean, it was an ugly game. Did they have opportunities to keep it close and keep it a ball game? Sure, they did, but defensively, we just don't have the guys to really run with Tyreek and run with Jalen Waddle. And then as Ron Rivera, the play call, he doesn't help his guys out either. B-Rob, he had a solid game, seven carries for 53 yards. Then he got injured with a hamstring injury. I did not see the injury at all, so it was odd seeing him go out of the game at halftime. Antonio Gibson, he tried 10 carries for 35 yards, not much. Chris Rodriguez had one good run for 15 yards. Curtis Samuel basically is our wide receiver number one in this offense, man. It's terrible. It really is. De'Ami Brown, I thought he had a touchdown, but they called him down. That was unfortunate. That would have been a nice touchdown for De'Ami Brown just to get in. But even then, we didn't get a touchdown with B-Rod because we did a shotgun run again. It's just like Bieniemy does not know how to run under center. He just refuses to do it, and it's frustrating. It really is. Makes zero sense. Logan Thomas, zero catches today. Terry McLaurin, 0 catches. It's like the first time Terry has done that in his career or something like that. 0 catches. It's just ridiculous. How many targets did he even have? Terry had 3 targets, 0 catches. This is ridiculous. Makes zero sense. Antonio Gibson, they said that he fumbled. That wasn't a fumble. He just didn't catch the football on that play. But yeah, not much to really say on this game, man. This is a blur of a game. We just got to look at the draft and Ron Rivera getting fired. We're going to have a top 5 pick for sure. It just depends on who we're going to draft. Are we going to go with the left tackle, or are we going to go with Marvin Harrison Jr., the left tackle out of Penn State? There's so many options there. Of course, I think offensive line is the smart pick to go, but the sexy pick would be the wide receiver. But, this offensive line, they're not giving Sam any time. They haven't given Sam any time for the majority of the season at all. So we got to bulk up this offensive line for sure. We have no choice. We have no choice at all. But just looking at the stats here, Sam Howell, 12 for 23, 127 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick, 50.5 quarterback rating, but he did run for 2 touchdowns. Overall, as a team, how did we do on third downs? 6 for 14 on third downs. We gave up 7 for 13 on third downs. And 4 downs, we were 1 for 1. 2 for 2, 4 down efficiency for the Dolphins. Only 3 penalties. Like, we didn't hurt ourselves. Like, that's the thing. They just beat us, man. They're just the better team. We were overmatched. They're the better team. So, not much analysis from this one. 283 yards passing for the Dolphins. 107 for us, which is not good at all at home. But I mean, the Dolphins, they are who we thought they were. We thought they were the better team. They were the better team today, for sure. But we're just counting down the days for what's his name, Ron to be fired, and Josh Harris to clean house and just start new, start fresh. We got to get some new, young, innovative minds. Mike McDaniel, who was a coach on the Skins at the time, you see what he's doing. We need a young, innovative coach like him that can, a young mind that is a forward thinker, and get a real general manager in here. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think about this game. Unfortunately, the Tyreek Hill touchdown pick for Prize Picks, that hit very, very quickly. The Logan Thomas pick just didn't hit because offensively we were just awful today. We couldn't get anything going at all. But the Tyreek Hill touchdown, that hit very, very quickly on Prize Picks. So, unfortunately, the Commanders' offense let us down with the picks today. But, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. It's the bye week, so thank goodness we get a break. We get a mental break from this team. And then, we just watch them just for Sam Howell's development, see what he does. And if we get a top – where are we at? Where are we at in the draft? Yeah, if we're like really top 3, I don't know if we're going to be top 3, though. I don't know if we're going to be that bad. But if we're that bad to the point we're top 3, then you have to – you may have to think about getting a quarterback. You got to think about it. You just have to. You have to do your due diligence. Yeah, we're the 4th worst team in the league. The Cardinals are winning right now. It's a delayed game, but they could be 3-10, and we could be 4-9. So the Cardinals with Kyler Murray, they might fool around and start winning some games. So you just have to. You have to do your due diligence for sure. All right, you guys. Hello, Commanders. Peace.